This is a HeadGum podcast.
Welcome to Weekly, the podcast where you'll learn everything you need to know about the celebrities you don't. I'm Lindsay Weber.
I'm Bobby Finger.
And did you see, so we have a show at the Bell House this week, and did you see how they bungled our catchphrase?
Yeah, what did they say? The celebrities you need to know about.
It's just like the celebrities you don't know about. Honestly, I'm not even mad. It's extremely charming.
I love that they got it wrong.
Because ours makes no sense. That's kind of like the journey.
The biggest compliment you can give us is to get something about us wrong. Because it's a true tribute to our whole mentality.
It's learn all the things about celebrities you don't already know. Honestly.
Learn all the things about celebrities you don't already know. It's like it went through Google Translate three times.
I was just going to say that. You know, when you put something in and you get it back out and then you put something in again.
Yeah. It's like if I used my limited French to translate it into French and the French people would be like, what? Our show's going to be great this Thursday. There are surprise guests. It's our last show of the year. So you better believe there's going to be some amazing people there that we can't tell you about because guess what? We need to be surprised.
Amazing
Buy
people.
tickets. It's going to be great.
Like, we don't usually traffic in such famous people.
No.
And yet.
No.
Just saying.
And yet. So are we going to start the show or not? What should we talk about before? Did you watch Sharp Objects last night?
No. Did you?
Did we talk about Sharp Objects at the top of every show now? Or is that just me?
I don't want to, but if you would like to say something.
I did.
So do you want to say something? I haven't watched it yet. It's a dark show. I don't know what there was to say.
Yeah, it was dark.
I watched
an
equally dark show, though. I watched the new episode of The Affair.
Oh, you're still watching that?
Yeah.
My friend Rebecca's still watching that. She's like, it's so bad. She said she had to. I saw her yesterday, and she was like, I have to go to an affair party tonight. Like, I still watch The Affair with people.
Wait. An affair
not a
party?
Not a party, but like an affair viewing. She watches it with people every week.
I literally can't think of a more unenjoyable show to watch with people than The Affair.
And she was like, it's so bad. I think they watched it at a bar.
Imagine watching Sharp Objects in a group of people.
Just like dead people all the time.
Just all
sad
sitting
people.
there.
Just the saddest people in the saddest town dealing with the saddest set of events. Oh, that's what happened. They found a piece of evidence. I'm not spoiling it, but they found a piece of evidence.
Right. The Affair was actually pretty good. I still would not have wanted to watch it with a group of people.
How many affairs are happening at this point?
What do you mean?
Because the original affair still happening?
There was one original affair. No, it's not happening anymore.
But I heard there are more affairs.
But it's like the affair. It's like there's one affair that starts like the ripple of the story. It's one affair. And now this is so boring.
It's funny.
Honestly, so boring. No, it's a very sad and bleak show, and I can't imagine celebrating its existence.
Well, okay, well, let's start the show.
You or Jayla?
Yo, they wanna know.
Hey.
Real.
Come on. Hey. I want to be famous.
So publishing them, but real world who David Pecker is in the news again. We talk about him sometimes, and we almost shouldn't talk about him today.
Above us, always.
He's just always around, and we owe it to you all to talk about him because he is responsible for so many of the places where we get our news.
Well, he owns all the tabloids except for People.
Literally all of them but People. So he's maybe potentially prepping for some sort of scandal because this is really funny. So Rachel Maddow started her show on Friday with...
We have, for example, Ben Affleck or Josh Brolin or Mark Wahlberg or Jake Gyllenhaal or Chris Hemsworth or the great Anderson Cooper or the great Jimmy Fallon. Or that guy from The Hurt Locker who was so good.
But then she says the current cover, which is this woman, Karen McDougal, and it's just like long hair. So the joke is that you're usually either this like standard men's haircut or you are a woman, and that rarely happens. But the reason...
Right, because the joke was that there are no women on the cover.
The joke is that there's never women on the cover of
Yeah, that's the joke. Okay.
CNN has exclusively been given a secret recording between Donald Trump and his lawyer that appears to confirm that President Trump knew about plans to squash a story about his alleged affair with a former Playboy model, Karen McDougal. Here it is.
When it comes time for the financing, which will be...
Listen, what financing?
We'll have to pay you, so...
Don't pay the kid.
No, I got
Yeah, what you're trying to say is David Pecker's in the news and we have to talk about him because he owns Us Weekly and like kind of on behalf of Trump bought a story
Allegedly.
and killed it.
This woman, Karen McDougal, claims that she had a long affair with Donald Trump. And so David Pecker was like, oh, we'll buy the exclusive rights to your story. But then what you do is it's called catch and kill. Oh my God, we're talking about politics. You
no,
buy
I know,
the
but
story.
we're trying to talk about catch and kill
Yes.
because I have another story about catch and
Yes,
kill, and
it's good.
It's more just that we're just talking about this being used way more than you expect.
Yes. So the way it works is you buy the rights to the story with the intention of never publishing them to keep the story from getting out. So he basically allegedly spent, $150,000 to buy the rights to her story about having an affair with Donald Trump, and he never thought he would publish it.
Who is that? I mean, literally, given what Men's Journal usually does for a cover, what is this person doing on the front of Men's Journal? What even is her name? Is her name on the cover? Is she the Facebook detective? Is her name Style and Design? Is her name Tonic Cocktail? That's not a terrible stage name. It's ridiculous. Turns out her name is on the cover. It is down there. On the right, second to last line in the fine print, right underneath Master the Cable Pulley. It says there in red, she is Karen McDougal. And with this most unusual cover, the readers of Men's Journal magazine are invited to, as you see there, get Karen McDougal's workout.
Well, apparently things are getting sort of muddy and weird because
He published it.
He published a story about Karen McDougal, but not the story, just like a story about her fitness routine. And apparently the only reason he did it is because, the feds are getting on to the fact that he did this catch and kill thing, which could be feasibly, potentially illegal because it counts as like a campaign. It could be conceived as that. So the reason he was worried about getting in trouble, he can now say, oh no, I bought the rights for this story. It was journalism, even though it's very clear that it wasn't.
I wanted the fitness story.
Yeah. Let me just quote this story from NBC. Maddow said, federal prosecutors are looking into whether or not it was an effort to influence the outcome of the election, an effort that was potentially illegally coordinated with Donald Trump and his campaign. The existence of McDougal's AMI cover, the host said, is a somewhat hilarious step to make it seem like the $150,000 contract was a legitimate publishing move, even though Men's Journal neither did original photography for the story, nor did its reporter interview her. They just use old archival footage, like images of her, and then an old interview where she talked about her fitness routine.
That's unbelievably
Yeah, it's really
lazy.
funny, but he's done it before.
And yet she got the cover, which is also hilarious because usually when you have a cover story, it's like reported and the photos
it's just
are
like
new
basically
and
a
all
stock
that.
photo of her. And because David
Right.
Pecker is trying to get out of something, trying to get out
Also,
of a situation.
It's so funny on so many levels because not only is it random that the woman is on the cover of Men's Fitness, but Men's Journal, right?
Men's Journal. Yeah.
It's also random. It's random it's lazy and random on so many levels that are so obvious. So if you're trying to like hide something, you do basically they're doing the opposite. They're making it even more suspicious by doing this.
Although whoever thinks about Men's Journal, I don't.
Sure, but there are big people on the cover. There are like she's listing all these A-listers that have been on the cover before, like recently, or is it recently? I mean, who knows?
Who knows? But tell the past story of a time this has happened iconically.
So I was thinking, like, clearly this catch and kill thing has been done many times, and then literally was reading this very long form Vanity Fair piece about like Tiger Woods, which I don't even know why we're still whatever. I guess he's still good at golf, so we're still talking about him. But so let me read to you this part of this piece. Tiger Woods and this woman are having an affair, and they have sex in a parking lot. And this is what it says. The parking lot incident was allegedly used as leverage against Woods and his coterie of advisors called Team Tiger. According to a December 18th, 2009 article in the Wall Street Journal, Team Tiger proposed a deal. Tiger would grant the National Enquirer's sister publication, Men's Fitness, an interview if the story was held. Even though Woods was reportedly under exclusive 7-figure contract to Golf Digest, which lists him on its masthead as playing editor, the deal was struck, much to the dismay of Men's Fitness editor-in-chief Neil Bolton. Bolton tells me, I got a call from David Pecker's office. We have some good news. Tiger is having an affair. Bolton quit his job in protest, he says, but the Men's Fitness cover of a grinning Woods and a 12-page feature with an interview were published in the August 2007 issue. And I guess a spokesperson from the National Enquirer denied that it was in exchange.
Yeah.
But this was a story that they knew that never came out. And then all of a sudden, even though he had an exclusive with a different magazine, Tiger's face appears on the cover of Men's Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That's fun. So it happens all the time, and now it's happening with him. But David Pecker, I think, is only going to be in the news more and more and more. And the main reason we're bringing this up is because I don't think it's likely, but there's a potential outcome that like this could fuck up a whole lot of publications we do like.
Well, just also interesting because you look at covers of tabloids and you wonder why the choice was made to put the celebrity there, and you could think of 10,000 things, and the last thing you would ever think of is in exchange for information to be kept from the magazine.
Usually, you think of it as just like, oh, they put Meghan Markle on the cover because Meghan Markle sells, you know. Karen
Well, that would be number
I don't think
one.
she sells.
Number two would be like, oh, they're friends. Oh, there's some sort of show. The parent company, NBC, of this thing wants them to promote the show. Like, there's just lots of like kind of devious, but not actually devious. This is like actually devious. Then
good.
you can think, oh, is this person have something to hide? That's kind of a fun way to look at it.
It's a very interesting story.
Yeah. Anyways,
Keep following it. We probably won't, but maybe we will.
no, we definitely will.
We will.
I'm fascinated by this stuff. I love this stuff.
Next up, Denise Richards is joining the Real Housewives. Isn't that nuts?
Not really to me, but I feel like people think that she is too famous to do it.
I don't know that she's too famous. I just think she's a different kind of famous, you know?
But like Lisa Rinna.
A different
Sorry.
Also older. I feel like Lisa Rinna also made more sense because her time was even longer past, you know?
But like Denise Richards' time is kind of past. What was the last thing she was in?
I don't know, Love Actually.
What I think is weird, you wish. What I think is weird about this is that unlike a lot of these other women, a lot has been made of, and she has been in the press and on Watch What Happens Live, talking about what a fan she is of the show. And what's kind of funny is that when these housewives come on this show, they frame it as, oh, she's a friend of so-and-so. Oh, she knows her. Oh, this person knows this person. And they kind of make it more of a natural thing where like they just were in their lives and then they joined Housewives. This is so clearly like
Calculated.
Denise Richards like loves the Real Housewives, like wanted to join the show. And then they were like, sure. So it's just interesting.
And they were like, okay, you're going to have to befriend them first so that we have a more obvious narrative for your entrance. So, like,
I think
spend a
so.
season pretending to be friends with Lisa Rinna and everyone else. And then, like, by the end of it, you'll be on the show.
I mean, I think she might be somewhat friends with Kyle and Lisa Rinna via other things. But I do think that a lot of that is because she loves the Housewives. I mean, don't forget, this show has been on now for like 1,000 years. So
This is Beverly Hills, right?
yeah, so there's just a huge buildup of content for Denise to ingest. It's almost like when, okay, I mean, you're not going to care, but on Terrace House, because Terrace House is on every week, people come into the Terrace House and say, oh, I've been watching you guys. And oh, I've been seeing what's happening, da-da-da. And it's very weird to get that, to hear them say that, because you almost don't want to acknowledge that. And most shows aren't live like that. It almost feels like she's playing
doing
a
the same
game.
thing.
Yeah. Anyway.
Also, she needs money.
Well, I mean, everyone needs money, but yes, I'm sure Charlie Sheen is not paying.
Yeah, Charlie
his
Sheen
child
is not.
support.
That's another thing. So it's sort of it ties to recent news that Charlie Sheen is running out of money, sort of more quickly than he expected to, and so her alimony payments, her child support payments, are now sort of in limbo, or they're less permanent than maybe she assumed they would be.
Isn't it crazy that you have to pay attention to your ex-spouse's
Money.
like drama on top of
It's a nightmare. I mean, like, it's a nightmare for her. So it would make sense. It reminds me. Stuff like this always reminds me of, like, I'm sure there is a certain allure to being on The Real Housewives, like just wanting to be famous and wanting to increase your notoriety. But it reminds me of that part in the Joan Rivers documentary that I think about all the time, when she says, because, you know, part of the documentary, they cover her roast on Comedy Central. When she says, no one does this for fun, she was like, this is not fun. She was like, you do this for money. She was like, no one would ever do this for fun because it is not fun. And so that's what I think of when people join Real Housewives. It's like, it's easy to say you're doing it for fun, and it's easy to say because you love doing the Housewives, but like, you're doing this out of work. It reeks of desperation is what I'm saying. It's also work. Like,
I mean, I think
for the most part, this is not fun.
No, I don't think it's fun.
And maybe you go into it expecting like, well, I'm going to be the anomaly here. Like Denise Richards might be thinking like, I'm going to be the one who doesn't end up being a mess. But like, that's always a risk. That's always a risk.
The plot lines on Housewives are darker than a lot of shows because it's nonfiction.
Yeah.
And also a lot of it is like, as we've talked about, is like very close to the truth in terms of the stuff that they're dealing with. And Beverly Hills is no exception. Like all the Kim and Kyle stuff. I don't know if you.
No, yeah, I
attention
know
to
all
this,
about
but-
that. Like Beverly
Right.
Hills is one that I did actually watch for a while.
It's not a great scene.
No.
It's not like a fun scene. There are some Housewives that are more fun than others, I think. But like New York is extremely dark this season.
I can't believe New York is. I cannot believe the drama going on in New York right now.
Right. And Beverly Hills has had its fair share. Atlanta's pretty dark. I mean, everyone has its own. There's no like fun Housewives that are just like purely them running around having a good time.
Maybe sort of Dallas. But even I stopped
Did you
watching
know
Dallas.
though that Denise had her own reality show on E a few years ago?
Well,
I don't remember that.
I saw that when I was looking her up earlier before the show, and it lasted
you
2
watch it?
seasons. What was it called? Like Denise Richards, like
It's
here
complicated.
she is. It's complicated.
No, it's complicated, which is funny because in 2008 we were saying it's complicated a lot because of Facebook.
This Memorial Day, Denise Richards is coming to E! The rumors were one thing. Real life is so much better.
Can you two work together or no?
Thanks for coming here, Dad.
First movie that I saw you in was Wild Things.
I ain't the Bond girl. I ain't the girl from Wild Thing. I'm the girl from Illinois that lives on a farm. Well, maybe I just want to have some fun right now.
Denise Richards, It's Complicated, coming this Memorial Day on E!
And it was also, I think, right after her divorce from Charlie Sheen.
Oh, so that's why she got it.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't like this at all.
No, I don't like it either. Well, we haven't really even talked about Denise Richards. Why would you say she's the most famous?
Well, that's the thing. It's like she...
Modeling. She was always on the cover. I think of her as, I equate her with like Maxim, you know?
Well, she was like, when Wild Things came out, she was like the top of her game in terms... I mean, I love her from Drop Dead Gorgeous. That's my all-time fave.
I love Drop Dead Gorgeous. Amy
She's
Adams.
so good in that.
She was a Bond girl. She was the World Is Not Enough Bond girl.
Yeah.
She was in, Wild Things. She was in Love Actually. And when she was in Love Actually, that was kind of her peak because her appearance at the end. No, it was because her appearance at the end was like a surprise. Like at the time, it was like a huge celebrity cameo because she just has like one line at the end and she shows up at the London airport and it's like, oh, I'm the friend. See, and it's like, oh my God, the hot girl, the Maxim model is like the friend.
I always mix her up in my mind, this is fucked up, with Shannon Elizabeth a little bit.
They're both in Love Actually.
I know, but
They're
they
like
also
cousins.
kind of look alike. They kind of look alike to me.
No, yeah.
And it's crazy because think about back then mixing them up. You would never. Denise Richards is so much more famous than Shannon Elizabeth. But yeah, so Denise Richards, I guess what's tripping us up and why we're like, whoa, is that she's actually an actress who has had memorable roles. Like Lisa Rinna is one too, but she's more like a soap star. These are kind of
Melrose
women.
Place.
Housewives women have always been kind of on the periphery of fame.
So I want to read some of the things from her bio because they're funny. Now that we've talked about who she is.
Yeah, please.
We don't look at the IMDb bio enough, and God knows who sources these things because
Well, I think publicists write
they're
them.
truly insane. So it says, birth name, Denise Lee Richards. Nickname, do you know what her nickname is?
Dee Dee.
Fluffy Girl.
No, that's not a thing.
Okay.
How do you source these things?
I have no idea. That's the thing. It's not like Wikipedia where there's a button that says like edit, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know where this
She probably
comes
put
from.
that in herself. Yeah.
So, trademarks. She has 5 trademarks. Can you guess one of them?
Hot.
Curvaceous, buxom figure.
I was going to say boobs. Okay.
Boobs. Blonde
Is that
hair,
one?
blue eyes, and full lips. That counts
She
as
doesn't
one.
have blonde hair, but okay.
Pointed, turned up nose.
Oh, I know. That's it. She does have an iconic turned up nose.
Pointed, turned up nose. Dark, thick eyebrows.
Okay, this is just stupid.
Okay, and do you want to know what the last one is?
What?
It made me say yikes aloud when I
What?
first saw it.
What?
Breathy little girl voice.
No, I'm sorry. Who wrote? What pervert signed into IMDb and added that?
I don't know.
Can you
I
click
don't know,
on that
but
to see other women who have breathy baby voices?
I wish this was a hyperlink that took me to other breathy little girl voices.
Is that hot linked? Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
it's not hot linked.
So Denise Richards, known for her curvaceous body, blonde hair, and blue eyes, which is not true, her big eyebrows, and her tiny baby voice.
Wait, listen to this trivia. Enjoys kickboxing. Former model.
Okay. Sure.
She has several cats and dogs. And then this one drives a Mercedes-Benz S55 AMG. Like she added this, right? What?
think of all the things that are interesting about Denise Richards. None of them have been listed by you yet.
Yeah.
You know?
This is the last one. She's left-handed. She ranked number 61 in Men's Health magazine's 100 hottest women of all time. So she's number 6. She's the number 61 hottest woman of all time. That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
I'm sorry. Number 61.
Number 60. She's in case you didn't know who Denise Richards was, she's the number 61 hottest woman of all time as of 2011.
As of 2011? So she could have dropped.
She could have dropped. I mean, how often is Men's Health magazine releasing their list of 100 hottest women of all time?
I don't know, but she's definitely gone down. And not that she's gotten less hot, but like just there are more hot people around. It's just the natural way of
this
things.
bullet says good friends with Lisa Rinna and George Clooney.
What? How did...
Okay. I don't know.
Also, in March of this year, she was spotted by the Daily Mail packing on the PDA with her new beau outside a Los Angeles restaurant.
Is she dating a billionaire now? I feel like she is.
The thing is, I'm looking for his name. Who is he? Oh, they call him a mystery man. Oh, she's dating a hunky divorcee. Nicolette Sheridan's ex-husband, Aaron Fipers. Do you know who that is?
No idea.
But you know who Nicolette Sheridan is.
I know who Nicolette Sheridan is, but I don't know who the ex-husband is.
This is great because, of course, Radar has like an entire slideshow about her dating him. So it says, Denise Richards' mystery boyfriend has been revealed. The actress is dating none other than Nicolette Sheridan's ex-husband, Aaron Fipers.
None other than.
Famously wed the former Desperate Housewives star in 2015, but split just 5 months later. Now, sources revealed to Radar the Canadian-born hunk has found love with Richards. It says, 3 years and 7 price drops later, Denise Richards' Hidden Hills home is finally in escrow for almost $5 million. But Richards isn't the only one celebrating over the sale. A source tells RadarOnline.com exclusively the actress's nemesis neighbor, Nicolette Sheridan, is over the moon. She won't have to see Richards walking around the neighborhood with her ex-husband, actor Aaron Fipers, anymore, or see his car parked in Denise's driveway. That's a lot of weird goss.
Wait,
no?
they're nemesis?
I don't know, but this article makes it seem like she's just walking around town.
Wait, but did the article call them nemesis? Her and Nicolette Sheridan?
Yes, but
so
like
she's
Nicolette
dating
Sheridan...
her nemesis's ex.
I don't know if they were nemesis before or after the dating.
Yeah,
and also,
did they become nemesis because of the dating?
I'm telling you, this article doesn't say. There's a podcast at the bottom, and I refuse to listen. Sorry. So
it is really funny imagining like Denise Richards flaunting her relationship in front of Nicolette Sheridan all the time, like just walking back and forth in front of her kitchen window, like canoodling. And Nicolette Sheridan is like breaking glassware inside her house, like. Gah!
Well, it's like the plot of Desperate Housewives.
No, yeah, they live on Wisteria Lane.
Anyways, I wanted to make sure that we got all of Denise Richards' the fun bits of Denise Richards on here, and I think we did.
Didn't Nicolette Sheridan die in because I watched Desperate Housewives to the very end. I love Desperate Housewives. Didn't she die? They killed her off like in a tornado, I think.
Hi, I'm the whore that lives down the street. Could I borrow a couple condoms? A cup? Are you sure that'll be enough?
I have no idea.
Anyway, that was funny. I think they killed her off in a tornado, which is just a funny way to kill someone off.
Speaking of houses, do we know if Azealia Banks is still waiting at Elon Musk's house for Grimes to get back?
Probably not. And let me tell you why.
Do you think she gave up and left? Do we have an update on that?
Well, let me tell you why. She said she was only going to wait one more day, and the day has passed. So she's either gone now or she's beginning to pack her things.
I really don't want to talk about Azealia Banks, but it is funny that there were like hundreds of headlines that were just like, Azealia Banks waits at Elon Musk's house for Grimes.
And it's all based on a single Instagram story that she deleted that says literally been sitting at Elon Musk's house alone for days waiting for @Grimes to show up and start these sessions. So I guess they were making music together, who knows. Quote, I have no idea when she's coming back. I'm going to wait one day, then I'm going to go home. So if this were anyone else's house, you would think it was a joke or an exaggeration. But because it's number one, Azealia Banks, and number two, it's Elon Musk, I believe that she was in that house.
I just don't understand how'd she get in. Where was she sitting? Is anyone there at all? Who told her to come?
What wing of the house was she in? Yeah, who told her to come? How'd she get in? You know?
How'd she get in?
If she's in, it stands to reason that she was he must have a lot of security, so she must have been on whatever list exists. But it does make sense to me that the three of these people would be involved in some way because they're all lunatics, right?
Really all lunatics. Okay, let's move on to Ruby Rose. who we haven't talked about in a long time.
I know, but now we have to talk about her because she's Catwoman. Batwoman. Catwoman? Batwoman.
Batwoman. Also, let me say, what you just keep saying.
Because I couldn't remember if Ruby Rose was Catwoman or Batwoman.
Have you heard of the movie The Meg?
Of course I've heard of the movie The Meg.
Do you know that she's in The Meg?
Is she the Meg?
No, The Meg is a shark.
I didn't know she was in The Meg until I saw that it made a ton of money this weekend.
So Ruby Rose has been in the news for two reasons. One, she's in The Meg, so people are like, Ruby Rose. Two, she was cast as Batwoman, not Catwoman. Okay?
Batwoman, is Batwoman different from Batgirl? Or is Batwoman what we're calling Batgirl now because it's 2018?
I don't know anything about comics.
No, I know that, but I know there also is a Batgirl because wasn't Alicia Silverstone Batgirl? Is Batwoman, are Batwoman and Batgirl the same thing?
I don't think so. I don't think Batgirl grew up to be Batwoman.
At the top of the Batwoman Wikipedia, not to be confused with Batgirl.
Oh.
She is a different person.
No, that makes sense.
Her name is Betty Kane. No, Barbara Gordon. And then...
I don't think Batgirl, becomes Batwoman.
So Batgirl will still be Batgirl when she's 90.
Batwoman is apparently gay. Did you know?
Yeah.
I didn't. I didn't know anything about her.
She came out in 2005.
So was Ruby Rose. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw this quote, but while she was saying something...
Oh, the quote where she quotes Oscar Wilde.
But then can I just read this quote?
Yes.
I feel like the reason I get so emotional growing up watching TV, I never saw anyone on TV that I could identify with, let alone a superhero, Rose said, through a cracking voice. I have always had this saying, I mean, not me, Oscar Wilde, which is be yourself. which is be yourself because everyone else is taken. So I live by that motto. And the second motto, when I came into the industry, was be the person that you needed to be when you were younger. I feel like one motto led to another. Okay, so two mottos. Both are not said. She did not make up either of them. One was Oscar Wilde. One motto leaves. I just feel like she can't say anything without sounding, this is a crazy quote, right?
Imagine being a judge, being at a murder trial, and the judge is like, I've always had this saying, or not me, God, thou shalt not kill.
Or not me.
Or not me, God. Not me, Oscar Wilde.
Anyways, I hate this story, honestly.
One of my sayings, Oscar Wilde's, is I'm gay.
I've always had this saying, well, not me, Oscar Wilde, but,
Same diff, yeah.
Which is, be yourself because everyone else is taken.
I put these two here just for fun because they didn't make any sense to me.
Okay, I'm going to read one of them and you can read the other one.
Sure, okay.
Guess what? These are from the Daily Mail, Australia. Number one. Quote, they've been inseparable since their first date. Maths, M-A-F-S, Maths, Telv Williams is, quote, dating Bachelor in Paradise star Simone Ormisher just weeks after split with lookalike ex Maddie Carolyn.
I love when I see a headline where I don't understand anything except for Bachelor in Paradise, but it's not the American Bachelor in Paradise, it's the Australian Bachelor in Paradise.
It is.
What's MAFS?
I have no what MAFS. Oh, it's Married at First Sight.
Oh. Okay.
I have no idea what any of this is.
Great. I love it. I don't even want to know, but I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Also, here's another one. This isn't Australia. This is just casual Daily Mail. Liam's 2 Cheryl Lookalikes. Another lookalike headline. Former One Direction star, quote, has date night with heiress 17 years younger than his ex, quote, days after being seen with another dead ringer for mother of his child who he split from 6 weeks ago. Do you understand any of this?
I sort of understand what it means. It means that he's been seen with 2 women who look like Cheryl Cole, Cheryl, except for the fact that they're not double his age.
She's 17 years younger than Cheryl. I just like that they brought in Cheryl's age, not his age. Like how much older?
Well, they're making it seem
he?
scandalous. What it is sort of weird because the woman is 18 and he's 24,
right.
But that's still considerably less of an age difference than him and Cheryl. And at least they didn't meet whenever he was 15 years old.
The lookalikeness is just that they both have brown hair.
Yeah, they both have brown hair. But the Daily Mail likes to manufacture, they like to make it seem more scandalous than it actually is. Whatever.
So, yeah.
Why do we care about Liam Payne? just no one in One Direction is interesting. And it sort of boggles my mind how dull all of these dudes are. All of them.
I know. It's true. Like,
they're so lame.
Every time they come up in the news, it's always like the news item is potentially interesting, but they as people are so dull that it doesn't go further than just what the news item is. Like dating Haley, what's her face? Steinfeld, Zayn and Gigi, Harry Styles and I don't know.
Well, it doesn't.
Like,
it doesn't even mean I dislike them, but it's like I like Harry. I guess I like Harry, but he's boring as hell. He's boring as hell.
They're very media trained,
and they don't they don't really have personalities. Any of them,
right? Speaking of young boys with no personalities, did you watch the Teen Choice Awards last night?
That is an excellent segue. I love that one, Lindsay.
Thank you. I caught a little bit of it, and let me tell you.
Did I watch?
It was wild.
Let me tell you something. As I said earlier at the top of the show, I was not watching the Teen Choice Awards. I was watching the literal opposite of the Teen Choice Awards, Sharp Objects. So,
if teens had to choose anything, they would never choose Sharp Objects.
It is the negative image of the Teen Choice Awards is, Patricia Clarkson drinking a whiskey sour and telling Amy Adams that she doesn't love her.
There should be a Teen Choice Award for just a show we would never watch, and it's like the teens vote, and Sharp Objects wins every year. Like, they'd never watch that. No teens.
Every teen's story about Sharp Objects is like, my parents are in the living room watching Sharp Objects, like LOL, and then they go upstairs to the other TV, and they're like, I can't deal with this. I'm not going to be down here while you're watching Sharp Objects, Mom. I'm not grandma or whatever.
The Choice Awards were on last night, and they're fun because they're not for us, which is fine. I know that by now, but it doesn't mean I can't watch them and be like, lol. Yeah. The other thing is Bella Thorne boycotted them. So like our girl Bella wasn't even there. She was nominated for 3 awards. I don't think she won any of them because she wasn't there. Her tweets about them are very funny. I don't know if you saw her tweets.
She's very woke. She's very woke when it comes to the Teen Choice Awards.
But her suggestion to fix them is funny. She wrote, I'm boycotting Teen Choice besides it being rigged. It's just fucked up. Vote for the hottest is so gross. How about smartest? Or a charity category? How about, which I like because she's like got the right idea. But imagine the Teen Choice Awards having a charity category or smartest.
Well, what does that mean, a charity category?
I don't know, but just imagine being like, the smartest teen. The smartest. She's on it, but she's not quite to the next level of it.
She's almost there. She's almost there.
Almost there. So, who did go to the Teen Choice Awards? I went to Just Jared Jr. because that's my only spot for talking about teens. And I screenshotted every headline about the Teen Choice Awards that I didn't know the people in the headline. Mm-hmm. And then I made Bobby figure out who they were.
This collection of words is so overwhelming. Here we go. So let's start with number 1. Grant Gustin and Rick Gonzalez hit the carpet at the Teen Choice Awards 2018. Okay, so do you know what either of these people are from? You don't?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely. I have no idea.
Arrow.
Okay, great.
Arrow is Rick Gonzalez. Grant is The Flash.
Okay, so that makes sense. They're both CW adjacent stars.
But additionally, as Just Jared points out, Grant took home the Choice Action TV Actor, but he was up for Choice Male Hottie. He and co-star Candace Patton were also nominated for Choice TV Ship.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Sexy.
Wait, let's move on.
Okay.
Eva Gutowski rocks purple hair for Teen Choice Awards 2018. Do you know who she is? She's a YouTuber. She's a YouTuber. She has, guess how many Instagram followers?
I have no idea. 5.6
million. 5.6 million. If you want an example, I read she was dating a guy named Adam Bartoszewski. They're also YouTubers. They were America's favorite on again, off again YouTube couple, according to the website yourtango.com.
Less than a week after publicly ending her relationship with Alex Hayes, Eva Gutowski comes out as bisexual on Twitter, and I've got all the latest details for you, my friends.
Here's another story from Just Jared that will give you an idea of what sorts of headlines she gets. Is Eva Gutowski back with Adam Bartoszewski? Looks like it. Anyway.
I like that it answers his own question.
Oh, Maya Mitchell and Rudy Mancuso take the stage at Teen Choice Awards 2018.
I know who she is.
You know
I know
who
she
that
is. Yes.
You do?
She's on the Fosters.
Yes, you're right. But she's also in a new show, Good Trouble, which is a spin-off of The Fosters.
And she's also, I think, in a movie that is A24 that's coming out soon with Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend.
Yes, Camilla Moroni. Yes.
Yes.
But do you know who Rudy Mancuso is?
No fucking idea.
Hold on, I just lost the.
Do you?
I just lost the page. They are dating, apparently.
No, they're not.
They're apparently dating, and he is just a YouTuber. Boring.
Okay,
They're all
great.
YouTubers.
Okay.
But he wants to be a
keep
musician
going.
because they all want to be musicians secretly.
Sure. Same.
Okay, next up, let's see what this
Okay.
next horrible headline is.
Asher Angel.
Asher Angel hits Teen Choice Awards 2018 with Mason Ramsey. You know who Mason Ramsey is, right?
Love Mason Ramsey.
Okay, who is he? Tell everyone.
He's the yodeling Walmart boy.
Yes, he's a yodeling or who has released, I believe, a #1 single, a country single. that hit
Honestly,
number one.
his song, the Wanna Be Famous song, not really that bad.
I don't mind it.
If I'm gonna be famous for something, I wanna be famous for loving you.
So Asher Angel is a young boy who is, is a Disney Channel star.
I hate this segment. Yeah.
He's on a show called Andy Mack. Can you
I've
guess
heard
the
of
name of
that.
the star of Andy Mack?
Do I know who it is?
Yeah. Have you heard of Andy Mack?
Yes, but I
Do you know
don't
the actress who plays Andy Mack?
Have I ever heard of this actress?
Yeah.
JoJo
No,
Siwa.
maybe. I mean, you read Just Jared more often than I do.
Who?
Peyton Elizabeth Lee. How's that for a name?
I've heard of her, but I don't really know who she is.
This is the plot of Andy Mack, which I didn't know about.
God. Okay.
A contemporary coming-of-age story about a girl who's trying to determine where she fits in when her free-spirited older sister returns with the revelation that changes everything. It sends Andy on an uncharted course of self-discovery. Isn't this the description of every Disney Channel show?
Okay.
Hannah Stocking rescues German Shepherd puppy ahead of Teen Choice Awards 2018.
A little bit of a twist on this headline. No?
A little bit of a twist. A little bit of a twist.
Who is this?
She's a YouTuber.
Okay, cool.
She's a YouTuber. I love her Instagram because her thing is like, I'm hot. Like, I'm hot. I'm a model. I'm hot. But also, like, I'm a nerd, you know?
Yeah, can you
love that
describe
brand.
the Instagram that you
I
sent me
love
of
that
hers that
brand.
like made no sense?
So my favorite Instagram of hers is from July 1st. It is a side-by photo. It's a diptych of Hannah Stocking wearing the same bathing suit in the fall and the winter. I mean, in the winter and the summer. And the left says, the left is her sort of like sticking out her belly.
Like she has like no makeup on and
No
she's
makeup
wearing
on, she's
glasses
sticking out her
and
belly.
she's like kind of sticking out her belly.
And then in the second, she's like has a spray tan and she's like toned abs, but looks like the same. Like it doesn't look like two different people. It looks like
No.
here's one of her
Yes.
in the morning before glam and here's one in the afternoon post glam. And it says winter body versus summer body. Which one are you?
Which one are you?
Winter body versus summer body.
Which one are you?
I'm the unfollow button.
Nice.
Let's move
Good
on.
one.
Lily
Okay.
Pons and Twan Kuiper team up at Teen Choice Awards 2018. Lily Pons hosted the Teen Choice Awards 2018.
I know, which is honestly a flash from the past that I wasn't expecting.
We've talked about her a lot, I think.
Remember her feud, her famous feud?
Her iconic feud. She is a Vine star. She feuded with that other Vine star whose name I forgot. Amanda Cerny,
who's always in my feed.
So do you know who Twan Kuiper is?
No, who's that?
Viner, also a Viner.
Oh, he's Vine. Okay.
Do you know why he is a Viner?
Why he's a Viner?
Yeah.
Because he has some sort of emotional lack.
No, let me tell you. How did you get started in social media influencing? This is a story from Forbes in 2015. They ask, how did you get started in social media influencing? He said, my best friend Lily Pons introduced me to Vine. Then he started a Vine account, and in the first day had 80,000 followers. Moving on. Chloe Lookalikes is a holographic hottie at Teen Choice Awards 2018.
Who's that?
She was a Dance Moms, a OG Dance Moms person.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was a twist. I didn't expect that.
OG Dance Moms.
OG
so
Dance
she's a dancer.
Moms.
And I think that's... Oh, no, last one. Chloe Zuzeldorf brings
you
Freaky
definitely
Friday...
said her first name wrong.
Cozy Zuzeldorf brings Freaky Friday to Teen Choice Awards 2018.
Is she the new Freaky Friday lady?
She's the new Freaky Friday, yeah. So that's kind of why she was there. But she was...
Cozy Zuzeldorf?
Yeah, it's sort of like, yeah. It's like twee German.
I like it.
It's twee German.
Her name is literally Cozy.
Yeah, so she got famous because of Dolphin Tale. And then she got a Disney Channel show because of it called Liv and Maddie.
Oh, I know about Liv and Maddie.
And then I think her big break is going to be Freaky Friday.
She's the new Freaky Friday.
Yeah. She's Ellie Blake, and then Heidi Blickenstaff is Catherine Blake, and I guess they switch.
Okay. We need to move on.
And surprise bonus award, Anna Kendrick also wins for Choice Twit.
Okay, next story about adults. I just wanted to quickly share. I love this. I love this type of reporting from Page 6. This is my favorite type of reporting is celebs are ditching Saint-Tropez for Ibiza and Mykonos. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know. I almost sent this to you, and then I saw it was already in the doc.
It's hilarious to me. I love a trend piece about where celebrities are going on vacation.
Saint-Tropez is over.
It's over. And also, one American remarked that it looked like the Gowanus Canal, which is the rudest thing to the Gowanus Canal.
In case some of you aren't from New York and don't know what the Gowanus Canal is, the Gowanus Canal is like one of the most polluted bodies of water in the country, and it's like surrounded by expensive real estate. And it's in the middle of Brooklyn, and it's disgusting, and everything in the water causes cancer. And a few years ago, a dolphin somehow got stuck in the Gowanus Canal, and people were like, save the dolphin. And they got the dolphin out, but then the dolphin ended up dying because it was in that nasty water.
Yeah, so apparently it's dangerous in Saint-Tropez now, and also the Russian oligarchs don't go there anymore. So it's not chic.
Oh, so they lost all the money.
No one keeps their yacht anymore.
Okay.
In Saint-Tropez, and also it looks like the Gowanus Canal. Okay, moving on.
I thought Ibiza was over.
No, it's not over.
Ibiza has been like in for so long that you sort of think that just based on the rules of cycles and trends that it would be over by now, but it's not.
Well, also Mykonos, I guess Mamma Mia and also Lindsay Lohan have brought Mykonos back to life. But it never died, I guess. Everyone always loved Mykonos.
Yeah, Mykonos, here we go again. This is a really good Gossip headline, one of the best I've seen in a while. I'm glad you put this in.
It's great. And also the story is kind of just fun. Mm-hmm. I mean, fun. What's fun? Nothing's fun, but like it's fun. It's did Blac Chyna finally say vamoose to her chunky peanut butter caboose?
What the translation here is that Blac Chyna's butt has gotten significantly smaller. So the rumors are that she had the butt implant taken out.
There's one photo of her butt looking much smaller. And you can't really tell what's going on. And then she actually clapped back. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, what did she say?
She posted a video to her IG story, and she was rotating her back, showing off her rear end up close with the caption, "Kiss my ass."
Remember when she almost had it and then she lost it?
She almost had it. Remember when we're going to be talking about her so much? She was here. She was ready.
She almost had it, but she fucked it up.
Angela Kardashian, where have you gone?
Didn't they not let her change her name to Kardashian?
Well, she tried, and then they were like, no.
Well, we should move on to Rita.
What was she wearing? Where was she seen? She posted what on Instagram? She's the Who Queen. Tens of people want to know all about the number one Who. Lindsay, Bobby, tell us now. What's Rita Ora up to?
Who is this woman?
So, what is Rita up to?
Well, she's being licked by Cara Delevingne.
In a throwback photo.
Yeah, but still.
Remember when they dated? I think they dated.
They were like rumored to have dated. I don't know if we know that they actually dated.
There's nothing more Rita than wishing somebody a happy birthday with an extremely sexy photo of yourself. No?
No, that's true. What else is up?
She wore a wild outfit that I actually really love at some performance, like some horse race. She wore a beret, a blue beret that says justice on it. And guess what? That beret's on sale, so you could go buy it.
It's only 80 pounds as opposed to the normal 100. You can dress like Rita. Yeah, a great idea is to buy a wool hat in August.
Well, you don't know where people live.
Yeah.
Okay, she also was at a UNICEF gala.
Mm-hmm.
I love Rita. She plays a fucking horse race, and then the next day, UNICEF gala. She really is multifaceted. But this headline says that she's preparing to pay tribute to Avicii at the VMAs. So get ready for whatever that's going to be.
Okay. And then this big thing that you posted, huge news. The album might be coming in November.
The headline is Rita Ora constantly bombarded with flirty online messages. And I'm like, this story seems boring, but I'm going to read it because it's Rita. So I read. And then I get to the bottom and I'm like, excuse me, you buried the lead here. She says, I think this is on, she was giving an interview and they were recounting the interview. But what the lead should be is that she told Nick Grimshaw on Radio 1 that her second album, which technically, as we all know, is her first, will we don't recognize the last one.
No, it didn't come out in America.
Will hopefully be released in time for her 28th birthday, which she'll celebrate on the 26th of November. Quote, I'm not supposed to say this. My label is probably going to kill me, but who cares? November time, ideally, the month of my birthday. So she basically reveals when her album's coming out.
I know. Big news to the Rita bots. You left out this my favorite Instagram of the week, actually.
Okay, I'm going to click. I mean, I've seen all of her Instagrams, but let's see which one is your favorite. Oh, she was going on a tear of posting fan Instagrams to her Twitter. Did you notice that?
Yes.
And this one just says, say what? Pizza. But I guess, do you think it's her looking twice?
I think it's her attempt at a meme being like, me before I see pizza and then me after I see pizza. I think that's what she's sort of saying, but she's bad at it.
Right, because the first one is her
pouty
looking
lips, serious
amazed,
face.
and then
the
when her
second one, she's like, like a little more like she's gasping.
So it's okay. So it's say what? Like she's looking at pizza.
Yeah, and then it's pizza, and then she's like, It's sort of like it's very winter body versus summer body.
It's very winter body. Which one are you? Tag yourself. Which Rita are you? Before pizza or after pizza? I feel like if Rita asked us, and I hope she would one day, we could do so many good memes for her. We could do this for her.
Yeah, we could. And I think with that, we're done for the day. So again, buy tickets to our show. Follow us on our Facebook group. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Who Weekly.
Good
Rate and
job.
review us on
promotion.
Apple Podcasts. We love those reviews. I was reading some last night, actually, in bed.
Oh, I haven't read them in a while.
Yeah, someone reviewed us a couple days ago, and it was a very sweet review.
Oh my God.
So keep doing that. We love that. We'll see you on Friday, and hopefully we'll see a lot of you on Thursday at the show. There are still some tickets left, so you should buy them.
Very special guest. Don't forget.
Very special. Shh. Okay. See you Friday. Bye.
Bye.
You or Jayla?
Yo, they wanna know.
Hey. Hey.
Come on.
Hey. I want to be famous.
That was a HeadGum podcast.